Hey there, welcome to NZ Money Karma, where you can find freedom from the daily grind through budgeting, simple living and adventure. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Whether you're a new viewer or an old, it's wonderful to have you guys along. I feel like I've learned so much over the last couple of years of doing YouTube, and you guys have really helped me stay on track with the dollars, and it's starting to pay dividends. I feel like my family is really getting to a good place with our money, and I think you guys have helped. It's very easy just to kind of slip off the wagon. Very easy, especially if you're living below your means. So what I mean by that is you're making more money, but you're choosing to live in a particular way because that suits your lifestyle and your ethics. It's easy just to go, I don't have to do this, and kind of chuck it out the door. You guys help me stay accountable, and for that I really appreciate you. And I appreciate you turning up today to have a look and see what we're going to do. My family and I are just back from a holiday. We've spent just under 2 weeks in Naarm, Melbourne, Australia. And this is my first cash stuffing back. I've been out already and done groceries, so that's kind of been and gone. Hopefully I've got that video up before this one, but I did that this morning. So I had to allocate my grocery budget before I left. I had already got the cash out though. So let's get cracking. I've got work this afternoon, and I have to also do a bit of baking for the kids because our cupboards are quite bare. I did have some stuff already set aside, but I did say to the house it is, help yourself, and I did mean that, and they have, but it just means I have to kind of get cracking and get a few things underway quicker than I thought. So here's my food shop money. If you've already watched my previous video, if I've got it up first, you'll know I had money left over. So this is the money that's left over from that. I took $300 from the cash I had allocated, which is $1,000. And that's $1,000 for the fortnight. Excuse me. $1,000 for the fortnight, $500 a week for my family of 4, and we spend $800 a week in total. So $300 per week is going into online cash stuffing accounts, I guess, and $500 is here with me directly. I will do another video soon and just remind everyone of where that money is going online, but I have done it in the past. So here's my $700 here because I put $300 in here, and I also had $20 left over from the previous cash stuff in my food budget. So I'm just going to get all this out. So I didn't spend all the money, that's the long and the short of that. The $20 that was left over, I am going to put aside, and I'm going to do that for challenge money, as well as, so this is my $20 from the week or the fortnight previous to us going on holiday, and this is the change coinage from today's grocery shop. So that's going to go away, and I'm going to put that towards my challenge. So I'll just pop that over there. And then here I've got $65 left over. I'm going to put $15 back in food, just in case there's things I've forgotten. I'm a little bit out of my grocery shopping routine, obviously not having been away on holiday, and yeah, I'm sure there are things I've forgotten. One thing I think I might need is more tin tomatoes, but I'll try and make it all work, and if there is money still left over here the next fortnight, then I'm going to put that in my challenge as well, but we'll see. And $50, which I had previously allocated in my budget towards my husband's grocery shop while he was away, because he's going away for a couple of nights, that is going back in here, and I will have extra left over. Sorry, that was very wordy. Let's get cracking on what we actually have to put money towards. So I'm putting $50 here into the doctor. I've only got $50. I do need an appointment for my daughter. I have to remember to do that today because she has a verruca that needs to be burnt off or dry iced off. So that's about $30 or $40, I think. Pocket money, the kids have not been taking their pocket money because we've been away, so I've got heaps here to allocate. And they also need, so $20 each, but I don't have Oh, give me a second. I just don't really have much coinage. I wonder if I've got enough here that I could take that out. Oh, that'll work well. And give me some fives, which I will definitely need. I think next time I go to the supermarket, I need to take some change and get rid of that. So there's 50, and I'm swapping that out for a $50 note. There we go. One of the things you might notice in my videos is I just kind of try and do a one take kind of situation. And I do that for heaps of reasons. One is really time consuming, not doing it that way, so that's one reason. And the other reason is just to keep it real, because there is just so much fakeness in the world, fakeness in people that you meet, fakeness in things you see online, and I just want to, to the best of my ability, just show how it is. So I don't say who I am, I don't tell you my name, and that's because I want to be honest with you. I feel like if I told you my name, I would hold things back, because I would think, oh, that's a bit too private, or oh, I don't want to share that information with the world. When you don't see my face or know my name, I feel like I can be heaps more honest with you, and I want to, I just want this to be an honest channel. I don't like fake, and I don't want this to become fake, which is something I do kind of see on the internet, and I make really sure that what I do remains just me doing my best, as best I can. That doesn't always mean it's going to work, but I will always try. So here is kids' pocket money. My kids have to put in 50% of everything they earn themselves into a Sharesies account, so an investment account, and they keep a record of all that they do, and then they get their pocket money. So there's a few things my kids have to do to get pocket money, but none of it relates to doing jobs per se. It relates to managing money well. So that means keeping a track of where you spend it. I'm less bothered about what you spend it on, so it might just be they spent $20 on lollies. That does bother me, yes, but it's not a problem for the purpose of getting pocket money. That's a whole separate issue. But you have to keep a track of what you're spending your money on, so you know where your money's going, because that's a key to financial success. And you have to invest 50% of everything you earn. So when I give them their pocket money, $10 per week per kid, I'm also putting $10 per week per kid into their Sharesies account. And that's to help them learn that this is 50%. So you get your money, you split it, 50% goes into investments, 50% into spending. And spending can be long-term spending, like you're saving for something big, or it can be short-term spending, like you want to buy that thing tomorrow. Either way, I don't mind. Petrol. We don't need much petrol. I think we could totally get away without putting any petrol in there. I was going to put in $20 though. Oh no, I wasn't. That's a lie. When I look at my actual budget that I've written, I was going to put in $30, but I haven't got any change. So I'm just going to put that to the side, and I'll have to come back for that one. So my husband's work travel, he's away next week, and he needs another 150. So that's good. That's 250. That's him sorted. Kids' school fees. We need 200 in here. Oh, hang on, I might be able to get some 20s here, which would be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to put, well, let's see, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I can put another 100 in there. So that's just back to even, and I'm going to put 200 in here. Let's see, what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. So next week, or next fortnight, I'll be up to 1,000 again, and then that can go back to the bank. So I'm never collecting more than 1,000 in this envelope. And kids' sports, that needs 100 also. Oh, didn't take long to get through that money, did it? This is my grey binder, which is my priority binder, so I'll explain that in a second. So I've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 5. I'm playing a bit of catch up. I hadn't really planned to stuff this envelope quite so vigorously as what I've ended up having to do. But that's all right. And then in the garden, I'm going to put $30. So I've got 150. I need that. Let's put in 30 there, and I'll just put 20 in petrol because it is almost a full tank. And outside of going to the supermarket, I really try not to use the car at all. Put that back in. So the grey binder. This is the binder that if I had no other money, so I have used most of our money with this. There's about $900 I've put into this binder. That's a lot. Out of 1,000, so I'll have a little bit left over because I had the grocery money. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and I spent less at groceries. Okay, cool. So I've got $160 left over for the other 2 binders. So yeah, I've put by far and away the majority of the money in here. So blue binder, I have also allocated $100 into this binder. But again, it's not going to work perfectly because I haven't got any little notes. So hopefully I can find some as we go through. If not, you're just going to have to forgive me while I go through and try and find some 5s and 10s. Let's have a quick look here. Maybe I'll do this pink one first and that will give me my change. So I know I need 100 for that, so let's just go. It's my madness, just how my brain works. I just need to keep things separate sometimes so I don't make a mistake. So the dog groom, let's put in 20. That's back down to 0 because he had a groom just the day before we went away on holiday. And tickets and fun. I feel like we have had so much fun of late. I would be happy to put $10 in there. We might use that for going for a swim or going to the movies, something like that. This one here, let's put in 10 here for my kids' grading, and then that will give me some change. So there's $40 in there. I think I need probably about 80 to 100. Clothes. We have, yeah, I mean, we've just been on holiday and we've bought stuff while we're away, so I don't feel like we're desperately in need of anything clothes-wise, but I will just put $10 in there because, hey, I don't know, growing kids, they always need something. Shoes, I do know I have bought new shoes for the kids, which you'll see if you've had a look at my day in the life videos. So just $5, that makes that up to 50, and then I can come back and swap that out if I need. Now if you like cash stuffing videos, there's a new Kiwi cash stuffer called Dollars and Cents Kiwi, and that's Stacey from Farmer's Wife Homestead, so you would have heard me talk about her heaps. She does lots of great budget cooking, and she's branching out and doing you know, budgeting now as well. So I think there'll be lots to learn from her. So check out her channel. It's already got tons and tons of people. So hopefully it's kind of showing up in the algorithm if you're into this kind of thing. And especially if you're a New Zealander and into this kind of thing, because there's really not that many people talking about New Zealand budgets online. Well, that I can find anyway. So yeah, check out Stacey at Dollars and Cents Kiwi. Yeah. Next is shoes. Oh no, I've done that. Bikes. I need to get for the bikes, well just for one bike, one of those drink bottle things, forget what you call it, you know, that sits on this part of your bike and you can put your drink bottle in it, like a little holding rack. I need to get one of those. I don't know how much they will be. Oops, that's the money I'm not meant to touch. don't do that. See, that's why I have to put it aside, something separate. So there's just $5 in that. Tech, my last cash stuff, you would have seen I put a good chunk in there because I sold something on Trade Me, and it was a techie thing, so I thought that's where it needs to go. And Rego and Warrant, another $5 in there. Let's see, how much have I actually got in there? 150, 70, 90, 200, 10, 25, 225. I'm just going to keep doing that. I think, I can't remember when we actually bought our car. It was late last year though. Was it November maybe? So I guess none of that stuff is due until... Okay, so that's that done, and now back to blue. I haven't really managed to do any more any 5s, like if I... Crikey, that was what I was actually planning on doing, was I not? Let's see if I can get any. So there's 20. Okay, maybe I'll just give myself an extra 5 into there, and then that will help me with the 5s for the other one. Okie doke. Back to blue. So I've got 60 there, 70, 80, 95. It's not too bad, that's all right. So dog groom is going to get 10. Oh no, I've already... Did I do dog groom? No, I did. I've already put in 20 for dog groom, and then I abandoned my mission. Here we go. Optometrist is going to get 25. That's what I've allocated today. Giving needs to get 20. So that's 150. I should be getting a bill for this very soon, so that will go, and then it's time to save for the next lot of giving. Dentist I had down 20, 1, 2, 3, 20. I think when that's about 5-ish, I would stop stuffing that and just wait. Kids are free in New Zealand to go to the dentist until 18. Obviously they have the orthodontist, that's not free, but that's already paid for in the past. So it's really just for me that I need to save for the dentist. I go to the dentist once a year and the hygienist twice a year. And my husband's teeth are sorted out via work, so don't need to worry about paying for that. And then we've got some Christmas money, 125, and I wanted to put 10 in that. So I've got more than I thought I would have left over, so that's cool. I've got an extra 20, so let's prioritise. Optometrist can get another 10, and doctor can also, who was that? Doctor needs to come into here, I think. Where is it? Oh, is it in here? Oh no, that's all right. Doctor is fine to be in here because it just needs to be in the priorities. Feeling flush. This is one of the cool things about going away and having a holiday. All of a sudden, everything else seems way easier. I don't know if you guys read my Substack, if anyone's subscribed to that, but it's just a little newsletter I do, and it's not always about money, it's just about things I feel like writing about. But the thing I talked about in the last newsletter I wrote was fighting frugal fatigue. Like when you just get tired of always being careful. And I know that happens, and it happens to me sometimes, not often because it's kind of just how I am, but every now and then it's nice to have a blowout, and it helps you enjoy frugality more, I think, when you have a bit of a blowout every now and then. And for us, we do that by travelling. So when we travel, that's our big blowout. And that makes, yeah, it just makes living like a really simple life on not much money feel heaps easier. So we're living on $40,000 a year this year for our family of 4, $10,000 per person. And I guess once you take out things like school fees, that's over $5,000 a year. So, you know, you can whip that out and, you know, you get rid of all your boring things like pay your rates and keep the lights on. You know, we're living on a really, you know, what we're actually spending on ourselves is a really small amount. So I guess you have to have your head in the frugal game, and having amazing holidays is what helps us do that. So when we go away, you would have seen my day in the life video. It's not that I'm just like, you know, spending heaps of cash on crazy things that I wouldn't normally do. It's still public transport, it's still groceries from the supermarket, it's still walking lots of places, it's still doing lots of free things. But doing them in a new environment is what makes it really fun for me. So I really love that. And I feel very happy and energized and not even bothered about going to work today because I know I've just had a lovely holiday. Now here's my challenge. So on the back I add up, you know, like if I have extra money and it's not enough to knock something off here, then I just write it on the back. So I had 20 cents there and I've got 50, $1, $1.30. So the 30, $1.10. So that's going to become 30 cents there because that's not going to be enough to make anything off. But other than that, I've got $22. So let's see how much of this I can knock off. So 5, 10, 14, 15, 19, oops, 20, 21, 22. There you go, that's live cash stuffing for you. Stick that there so it doesn't all fall over. So I'm still behind. I haven't managed to actually catch up yet. This is May, I've still got June, and now we're in July. So I'm a tiny bit behind, but I am getting there, like being a little bit purposeful and saying, oh, actually I'm going to save some money and put it towards my challenges is helping me catch up. And for the second half of the year, I do want to be able to, I want to knock this one off, and then I want to start a couple of little challenges that kind of set me up for the new year really, really well. I love getting ahead of things, so I love having money in the bank so that I know I'm always sorted for the months ahead. I like having a big emergency fund, so I know if something happened tomorrow, my family is safe and sound. That gives me a lot of peace, and I sleep really well at night knowing that. So I'm absolutely happy to, you know, wear secondhand clothes. I'm happy to darn my jersey when it gets a little hole and keep wearing it. I'm happy to do all those things because it helps me really focus on the things that matter to me and my family. So that's it for me today. I hope you guys have an awesome week ahead. I hope that you've managed to have a little bit of school holiday fun if you're here in New Zealand. Ōtautahi Christchurch has amazing free things on the go all the time. My kids aren't little now, but if you have little kids and you're in Ōtautahi Christchurch, I think these winter school holidays are the best ones with the most amazing things on offer. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and I'll catch you next time. So bye for now.